Yo, what's going on out there? It's Larry coming to y'all again. Today is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to delve into a side of y'all that I don't really show that much, and that is the world of video games. Now, if you don't know, I'm an avid gamer. I'm not going to call myself a hardcore gamer, but I play games enough to where I can average probably a paycheck on just games alone if I was getting paid to do it. But anyway, as we all know, games, they come in droves, and with the winter season falling upon us, the fall-winter season coming upon us, that's usually the big time for sports games. Now, the month of October brought us something very, very special. It brought us, right here, FIFA 13. FIFA 13 is a great game, no doubt about it. It's a very, very, very good game. The month of October also brought us Borderlands 2. Borderlands 2, an amazing game. Simply, truly, astonishingly amazing, addictive, all-in game. The month of August brought us Madden. Everybody proclaims this as the greatest Madden ever. In my personal opinion, it is an upgrade, no doubt, but the physics engine is overrated. As you can tell, there are a lot of the same animations in the game that have been in Madden since from 2010 that I've recognized. The only difference is they are not locked into those animations, so another player comes in and collide, then the physics go crazy. But yet, the passing is solid, but they took away the franchise mode, aka dynasty mode, whatever you want to call it. That really sucked for me, because that is the only real reason I buy Madden, is to create my own franchise and everything like that. But we're not going to talk about any of these three games. We are going to discuss, in my personal opinion, sports game of the year, NBA 2K13. Executively produced by Jay-Z, brought to you by 2K Sports. Now, every year since 2K9, I've always said that NBA 2K is the best basketball game ever created. 2K9 was great, 2K10 was great, 2K11 was great, last year's 2K12 was great, for varying reasons across the board. Legends, Michael Jordan, gameplay, everything. Last year's 2K really stepped it up in terms of presentation. This year's game presentation receives an overhaul in terms in form of Jay-Z's hands-on with the game. Now, it takes away from I guess you could say, a national TV type look for it in favor of more hip-hop style. Not to really say it deters anything away from the game, but it doesn't really add to that sim look that 2K has been known for in recent memory. I wish they had the ESPN license, because I believe that the game will look even more amazing than what it is. Or if they could even end up with a TNT license, that would be great. Turner Sports, that would be great for the game. But right now we're going to talk about the controls. They implemented the live system, if you will, in terms of using the right stick for all your dribbles and all that other good stuff. Left stick as a modifier for different things, and then you use the B button. Of course, I'm talking about all this on the Xbox now. You use the B button for like hop steps and different varying things. It takes a while to get used to some of this stuff because it's so foreign to the 2K scheme of things, but it all plays out so beautifully. The controls, they're solid. You never feel like you're not in control of the ball. You don't want to try to perform one of these impressive crossovers with somebody like a Dwight Howard who doesn't have any handles. But when you use a guy like Derrick Rose, Russell Westbrook, Allen Iverson from the 2001 Sixers, it all feels so much smoother, so much better than it has in previous years. In terms of animations, this is the thing that I love more than anything else. Now, granted, you do have the control stick, but some of those animations, they like skip a little bit when you see them. But the main place where the animations come through is the fact that when you're playing the game, the physics, the contact, everything that goes on within the game is amazing. It looks so realistic. When you're guarding somebody on defense and they pull up for a jump shot on you, you don't get the same shot as you would if they're wide open. They lean back to protect the ball from getting hit. Bumping into players as you're driving into the basket, it looks so much better. When you dunk on somebody, you actually feel like you just funked on somebody like Blake Griffin. Everything about the animations in this game have been stepped up to levels that EA wishes they could achieve. It's just amazing how realistic it feels. You feel the force of LeBron driving the lane, taking contact, and finishing at the hole. You feel the smoothness of Derrick Rose attacking the basket with his crazy layup antics. You feel Rajon Rondo setting up his teammates by penetrating and kicking it out. It all looks so sim-like, so realistic that it's one of the best looking animated sports games that I've ever played. Gameplay, hands down, this is the best basketball game on the market right now. Everything feels smooth, like I said. You never feel cheated. If you get beat, it's because you suck or you didn't do anything good. When you're playing this game, it's the best feeling game that you can have. In terms of modes, everything that is in previous last year's, except for the greatest mode, is back in this year's game. The reason I can say it's not really necessary for the greatest because all the previous teams are unlocked in terms of legendary teams. Now, one thing that I can say I'm kind of disappointed in is the fact that you don't have Chris Webber, even though he was included last year on Sacramento Kings of 2002, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the correct year. He's not on that team, which is kind of disappointing for me. But they did get Charles Barkley in for the Dream Team, but yet they don't have one of his son's teams in there. But all in all, gameplay, blacktop mode, my player, my career is amazing. People say it's not really that much of an upgrade over last year, but last year's was so addictive, so there's no reason for you to believe that this year's won't be addictive as well. The currency system has changed up a little bit. You get VC points. I guess that's what they want to call it this year. That's what fuels everything that you can buy for your player. Now, granted, you don't have to just play my player. It's scattered across the whole all the game modes in the game. Depending on how you perform, depends on the credit that you get to use for your my player. Matter of fact, the first time you start the game up, that's the first thing you do is create your my player. So that's something to keep in handy. Also, when you first start up the game, even to this day, it's been out a week. Every time I start up the game and that opening Jay-Z sequence with the PSA playing, I watch it every time because it is that great. In terms of overall gameplay, like I said, this game right here, I mean, there's not really much that you can't do with this if you're a basketball fan. Everything that you love about the NBA is included in this. The flash, the style, all the players look great for the most part. You still got some people where you're like, they could have did something a little bit better. But all in all, it's a great game. It's not a perfect game by no means. I have yet to play a perfect game. Maybe Metal Gear Solid on the original PlayStation. That was probably the closest thing I could give to a 10 out of 10. But for this game right here, 2K13, it gets pretty high. It gets a 9.5. There are a couple things that you will look at and you will say, well, this could have been better or that could have been better. But it's hard to nitpick when everything else is so great in this game. Commentary is spot on, amazing. All the tidbits that they give you. Gameplay is amazing. You really feel like you're one of these players as you're playing the game. Game modes, same thing that you loved in the past. The one thing I can't comment on is online. I have yet to go online and play anybody for the simple fact I am not ready to play anybody online yet because I'm still learning this control scheme, trying to get it down. It's been 7 days. I haven't had much time to like really play with the controls, but playing with my player will help you get real acclimated with the controls a lot better than anything else will, for the simple fact you're my player, his stats aren't as high or boosted as anybody else's. So if you can perfect the controls or get close to mastering the controls in my player, you'll be way better online. Trust me when I tell you this. Because playing it with your my player and then going on and playing with somebody like a Rondo, the controls are a lot more responsive because of the skills that players have. So all in all, 9.5, 2K13. If you're skeptical about getting this game, do not be skeptical anymore. Go out and get it. It is great. It's amazing. It's a must-own. It should win Sports Game of the Year. FIFA is amazing as well. I'm not taking anything away from FIFA. It's my second favorite sports game that has come out this year. But if I'm going to get anything and recommend anything, this will be it. This is Larry Jenkins. This has been my NBA 2K13 review. I'll holler at y'all. Peace.